Hello, I'm Carlton with Pull My Pork Barbecue, and today what we're going to do, we're going to start the sauce for huevos rancheros. This is going to be a fantastic recipe, so let's get started. All right, what I have here is 5 Roma tomatoes. I've got 2 jalapenos, I got 2 serranos, 2 onions, and I got 4 pieces of fresh garlic. And what we're going to start off with, we're going to wrap the 5 tomatoes in aluminum foil because everything's going on the grill. We've got our Weber started up out there, and we're going to get these on the grill. This recipe, I had been looking for a recipe to some huevos rancheros that I had eaten many years ago. Some friends of myself and some friends had took motorcycles and rode to Monterrey, Mexico. I grew up in Texas, and we spent the night in Laredo, Texas, and then early that next morning we started to cross the border, got all checked in and everything, and we asked where a good restaurant was for breakfast. Well, the security there at the check-in told us don't go to the close restaurants because those were basically tourist traps. And he told us about a restaurant, I guess that's what you would call it, on the very outskirts of Nuevo Laredo and on the south side because we were going to Monterrey. And when he told us how to get to it, we got there, and it was not the kind of restaurant I was expecting. But it was packed. All the locals were there. We went in, and that was the most awesome huevos rancheros I'd ever eaten in my life. And I knew everything that went on it, but I had always looked for a recipe to make the sauce. The sauce was the killer on it. And I tried all different recipes trying to locate that sauce. Well, about 3 years ago, I ran across a sauce recipe by Kent Rollins, and I tried it, and it was close. It wasn't the same, but it was close. So I started tinkering with it, and I got it a little closer with things I added to it and everything, but it was always missing something. Well, about a year ago, I got to thinking about that trip and just trying to figure out what was missing in this sauce recipe. And I remembered that this so-called restaurant that was packed with local people, they had a wood-fired grill stove in there. It was wood-fired. That's what it was missing. So I'm going to grill all of this stuff. I tried it, grilling all of this stuff, and nailed it. That was it. That was what was missing out of this recipe, along with a few other little tweaks here and there. So let's go ahead and get these on. We'll get these started, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I got the Weber kettle up and going. It's ready. Let's go out and get these on right quick. Right on there. Onions on. I put the garlic in this little aluminum pouch. So that they don't fall through the grates. All right. We're going to cook these for a little while. Oh, right there looking good. Yeah, buddy. We're going to leave the garlic and the tomatoes on for a little longer. I'm going to grab them. They take it. Right quick. Hot too. smoke get to them. Man, should have brought my heat resistant gloves in. Yep, they're almost ready to go. Won't be long. That's hot. That's hot. Alright, we got them going. We'll leave them uncovered for a little while. Let the smoke get to them. Okay, I've just about peeled all of my, I've got one tomato left, and they're real easy to peel. All you have to do is you just want to cut this stalk part out right there. And then you just peel everything off of it. The skin will just come right off. Now we're just going to drop these in. I've already put our garlic in. Throw this in the trash. We're just going to throw that stalk in the trash. We're just going to put this in there too. Get all of that tomato goodness in there. All right. Now we're going to take our peppers and we're just going to cut this off. And we're going to slice them right down the middle. Just like that. Throw them in there. Throw them in there. And I leave the seeds in mine. If you wanted it a little tamer, you can take the seeds out if you want to. Now we're just going to cut the ends off the onions. Right there. Drop them in there. Just putting everything into a blender. And just so you know, I use hardwood lump charcoal in my Weber kettle to do these. So, okay, we got them. Now, I'm going to put some dried guajillo peppers in it. Just going to cut this off here. Now, I will empty the seeds out of this one. And we're just going to put the peppers themselves in. Without the seeds. Get this. I'm going to cut this in half, be easier to get the seeds out of. All right, not much peppers in that. All right, we'll cut that one more time. All right, now this go right over here. Now we're going to put our lid on it. Now this is going to be loud, and I apologize. So I'll be right back with you whenever I get through. We're just going to, okay, we've got it all pureed, and I'm going to take this pan, and I'm just going to pour this over in it. Just going to empty it in there. Okay, set this over here. Now, this is going to go on the stove and we're going to simmer it. Bring it to a slow simmer and we're going to simmer it for 10 minutes. I'll be right back with you. Okay, we put this on a slow simmer for 10 minutes and now we're just going to put it into a quart jar. Just going to easily pour it in there. I'm going to make a mess, I always do, but I'm trying not to. This is some unbelievable sauce for huevos rancheros. That makes just enough for a quart jar. All right, I'm going to set this right over here. Now, well, what I'm going to do, let me pull this off. Put this right here. We're going to clean this rim off real good. Put the lid on it. Now, we're going to let this cool down some, and then it's got to go in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours. Let all the flavors just combine. And we'll finish this up. We'll make our huevos rancheros on the next one. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. I want to send a special thanks out to everybody that's continued to follow me and all my subscribers. And I want to send a special thanks out for all the first responders, police, fire, EMS, all of those people. And I want to send a special thanks out to all the men and women in our military that are serving us around the world and keeping us free. Thank you very much.